Good morning. So it's not morning, it's afternoon. I am drinking an afternoon cup of coffee. Drinking a cup of coffee. I got interrupted. I'd already done this halfway, and it was a good thing I was interrupted though, because my mic wasn't plugged in. So there's that. I am taking a break to make this video because I didn't have one, and also because I'm pooped-ed. I am drinking my coffee and I am knitting this hat. The ribbing goes 4 inches, and now I'm just doing stockinette, which is plain knit, but let's see if that shows color. Hopefully. It's a I would call it a gray, stormy gray with purple undertones or something. That hat is, this yarn, first off, was a gift from a friend of mine. I really like it. It's Malabrigo sock yarn. And so it's merino, 75 merino, 25 nylon, I believe. It's to replace this hat. So this hat, I'm not going to tell you the pattern because I love how the pattern looks. But I knew when I cast it on, they wanted 144 stitches. I knew that was too many. So this is a little too loose for me. It's also supposed to be a slouchy hat that I read the pattern, not how they meant it, but how I perceived it. And I've asked my knitting daughters, do you agree with how I read this? And they did. So you were supposed to knit 4 inches of rib, and then it said I'll do stockinette stitches for 9 inches. So I did 9 inches. Put it on, and it was like a ponytail hanging off the back of my head. So I ripped it back, and then Joelle picked up my stitches for me because I was over it. And then I decreased, so it's still, excuse me, a little bit longer than it's supposed to be. And I do not like rolled up ribbing, the look of that. Not a fan. So to wear it, I was rolling it under, and it still felt a little bit too long. So I was like, well, I'll wear it sometimes, and I'll just do another one. This is held single. This is also merino. It's held single, and I just don't like how thin the hat is. I thought I would because, you know, going in and outside all day, I thought it's a hat that I won't have to take off. But it just annoys me because I like snug. So I'm knitting this one differently. I did 108 stitches cast on, and I'm understanding now why this is 144. It's so this head part, not the rib, but the head part of it, has plenty of room to be slouchy. This one, I don't think is gonna do that so much. But what I do like this slouchy. I like those, and I like that it had deep ribbing because that'll give me the snugness I want. So I'm not sure how it's gonna look. Also, I'm holding this double because I like a more substantial, did I already say that? Because I like a more substantial fabric. So I don't think either hat are going to be what I wanted in that pattern. And I've decided also, I'm just going to undo this one and take it back out. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. But that's the plan. So I am just taking a break to knit and drink my coffee. And the coffee is super good. We have a DeLonghi machine. Basically an automatic espresso machine. And we like it all right, mostly. If you don't do the acid cleaning, as often as it wants you to, then the coffee starts to not taste good. So it was about 2 or 3 days that it didn't get clean when it was saying it needed to. And now the coffee is, again, super good. Today has been a nice day, but a long day. We decided last night that we had to make some changes and make things a little more cohesive and a little bit more worked. So we started a schedule, and with that, mostly that means we are following up same day on your chores. Make sure you have them done, and putting things on the list that never get done. So one of the main things that we're changing and sticking to is breakfast, lunch, and dinner at certain times, which will be 8, noon, and 5. And because we just have been doing it, whenever. And that's just not helpful in getting other things done. And what was kind of happening was people would get tired of waiting for the next meal that was taking longer than it needed to. And so they would start making food for themselves 10 minutes before the meal was ready. Stuff like that just doesn't work. So, I made a pot of porridge this morning. I got it up to a boil and then turned it off and let it cook, come naturally to pressurize while I was milking. And that worked pretty good. So we just were able to sit down and eat then. And then lunch, I had Lilley's today. And I had her write her menu and defrost her meat last night, which I think is going to be key. Also, getting a roaster oven, because a crock pot isn't big enough for our family. So I'm getting a roaster oven, and I want to kind of have soup a lot, have a perpetual thing of soup going, or a breakfast casserole cooked slow overnight. The roaster oven for 2 reasons. One, temperature control. I can say I want it at 180 overnight instead of low like a crock pot. And also it's big, so I can get a lot more in it. Some of the chores that we have written down are just everyday chores, and some of the chores, like one of the chores that was right now that isn't normal is we had just taken our dump trailer and dumped a load of wood in the driveway. So then we were cleaning up the little small chunks that didn't go to the wood rack. That was one of the things that needed to be done today and would have been just ignored if I wouldn't have actually put it on a list. So, and then everything else today was a normal list. So I think that that's going to be helpful. I think that it's going to give everybody more free time, and then also everybody know where they're supposed to be doing what, when. And we're also we're renovating the barn into our home. And so we had a massive pile of wood in there. Some of it used, some of it's not used. And it's just taking up too much room in the barn. So right now, or when I get out there, hi, I'm doing a video. What are you doing? Thanks for coming. Right now, they're emptying that wood out of the barn, and we're going to sort it by relative size and turn that wood pile area into a place for a pantry. So he said he's going to build me some really heavy duty shelves because I abuse them, and I do. If there's space, I fill it. So that will also be really good because that will let us take stuff off of the metal shelves that we have and use them for things like totes or appliances, or spread that stuff out so it's not just stacked so much. We've broken a few tote lids and things because we have totes stacked instead of on shelves. Things that we need to fix like that. So we've been making and selling the hats that Patrick wears. I'll insert a picture. And they're going pretty well. That's been pretty exciting and pretty fun. And we have 2 more ready to go out, and I think we can make 2 more. I think, yeah, we can make 2 more. So if those 4 sell, it might be a minute before I have any more on the site, but I'm gonna get some more yarn ordered. I don't know, that's been a lot of fun and exciting for the girls and I to be bringing in some money that is not work that Patrick has to do on top of it. So yeah, just build that up. Another thing that I'm working on is learning my sock knitter, and I'll insert some footage. I know I have a couple pictures. I was washing it yesterday. You have to keep it oiled. It's a machine, so you have to oil it, and with oil comes all the dust and the fiber. You know, like when you do laundry, the lint from your laundry. Well, when you're sewing, it produces lint. When you're running the knitting machine, it produces lint. And it's a bigger learning curve than I realized. One thing, I've made socks on it, but the book that I had, I misplaced. It's in storage somewhere. So I can't just cross off things as I go. I was trying to follow YouTube videos, and it's proving to be just too overwhelming. And so I'm gonna get some basic patterns written down and laminated so that I can, okay, I did that thing, do that instead of, what did she do? Oh, I gotta try to keep up with that. So pause and rewind and pause and rewind. So working on getting that settled out. Hi, I'm making a video. Also, one thing I had to do today was iMovie was acting up, and so I had to work to get a video saved. It wasn't downloading from the SD card to iMovie. It was there. It was Joelle's video. She was able to edit it all, and whenever she would go to upload it to YouTube, it wouldn't, because it was using the footage from the camera. So I searched and I searched and I searched, and I changed my words, and I searched again, and I finally found a guy that was able to tell me what to do to get around doing that. And it worked. It was stressful, but it worked. So super grateful for that. We're both trying to do the 30 days, 31 days. That's Joelle over there, by the way. The 31 days of December, a video a day. And she said when she heard me say that I was going to do that, she's like, oh dear, I'm going to do that too. That might be hard. If you don't know, we use one camera and one computer. Yeah, it's kind of hard. And then also that computer does things like runs Patrick's CNC, and he does work on it, like internet work on it as well. So it's a busy computer, and that makes it hard too. And I feel like I've been talking for about 3 hours, which is not true.
No,
but
it's actually been 4 hours on there. I can see it.
4 hours. So, you know, I think I'm going to go out and help them with the wood when my coffee's gone. And after dark, I'll probably deal with my knitting machine, which is right there staring at me. I'm really hoping to get some socks made on it again soon. I got it. I made socks. I made headbands. I did things. And then I had to put it away when we moved here. And I'm just now for real pulling it out again. So it's been 1.5 years since I've done anything on it. So, yeah, there's that. That's that. Yeah. Nothing else to say, I don't think. But that's kind of a update today. And I'm going to finish my coffee, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.